Merry Christmas, everybody. How awesome is it that Christmas fell on a Wednesday this year, right? So, a lot of you, well, some of you know that I had surgery on my knee this past Friday. And I had surgery on my left knee. And, part of the recovery, of course, is walking and distributing your weight and not putting too much pressure on one side. So when I got home, or of course trying to get from the car into the house, I noticed that I automatically led off with my left leg, which is the knee that I had surgery on. Now, several years ago, probably about 7 years ago now, I injured my right foot. I tore and pulled several tendons in my right foot, so that was a long process to recover, and then I re-injured it probably 4 or 5 years ago. So I typically favor my right side. So most of my pressure I put on the left, favoring my right ankle, which is probably why or how I hurt my left knee in the first place. So I noticed just in walking, I would normally lead with my left foot, right? So in walking, my mom noticed and she was like, start off with your right foot. And I'm like, okay. And I think about it, and just because I've gotten so used to favoring that side, I still would lead with the left. And it was kind of funny because I literally would have to stop and think, right foot, move the left, right foot, move the left, right? I had to tell myself or think to do the right foot instead of the left first. And so I went to therapy. My third surgery was on Friday. I went to therapy on Monday. And after, off and on in those few days, reminding myself, start off with the right foot, move the left. Start with the right, move the left. And realizing that I had made that adjustment, however many years ago, and just out of habit, I just always favored the right side. So after therapy, and I got back home, got out of the car, and I was moving or walking to come in the house, and I noticed I started with my right foot and I moved the left. I started with the right foot and I moved the left without thinking about it, without having to stop and think about it. So I had my surgery on Friday. This was Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Was it like 3 days? Right? That it took me to change a habit that I adjusted to 7 years ago. Right? That I was just in habit, because my right ankle doesn't really bother me like that anymore. I just favor it because it once hurt. And I made an adjustment so it wouldn't hurt anymore. But in 3 days, because I had to make an adjustment for something else, I had to change. And just in 3 days, I was able to do that without thinking about it. We have a week left in 2019. So 2019 on my shirt. A week. I made that adjustment in 3 days. Right? What can you do in these last 7 days of the year? What things can you adjust? What things have you not even aware that you adjusted 2 years ago that you just do because it's out of habit? We got 7 days. You got 7 days. You can do it. 7 more days. I hope you guys have an amazing holiday and you're spending time with friends and family, and you have a great and awesome Wednesday.